Hello, everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It's a little bit earlier than normal for streaming. It is 8:53 a.m. at the moment on this fine Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. How are you all doing? Yesterday was a really fun stream. We got deep diving into The Legend of Zelda and our hopes and dreams for a new Zelda game, what we want to see from the franchise going forward. We were just on fire with that conversation. Talked a little bit about Pokemon as well. That was cool. Today, maybe we'll talk more on Pokemon. But like I said, today is sort of a random topic. So it could go kind of anywhere that you'd like. But obviously, this is a video game channel, so hopefully we end up discussing some Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, hopes, speculation, etc. for 2026. Of course, Steam Machine and other things are also fair game in here. The mobile, handheld, smartphone, smart device market is fair game. And then, due to the random nature of today's stream, hey, we could go and talk about movies, talk about anything that you want. But before we do that, I have to open up the pop-out chat to see who is here. Pop-out chat, pop-out chat. Where are you? Here you are. One moment. I see people here. Who is here today? We've got Ash Gaming right off the bat with let's see, what did that comment say? Hey, where'd it go? Ash says, hi, let's go. Hi, Ash. Kong Donk 69 says hi. Hey, Kong Donk. Mitch Beggle with a hey, Paul. Hey, Mitch. Welcome. Fire Legend 7883. Great. Just finished class. Good. Hopefully class went well. Corey Boehm. Paul. Corey. Welcome. Gaming Tips 2941. It's good night in India. Awesome. In India. Wow. Talk about a good time difference. What is it? 12 hours ahead? What time is it? It's about like 9 p.m. 1700 hours? Is that what time it is in India right now? That's pretty cool. Welcome from India. Dang, we are global here. It's neat that folks from all over the world are able to tune in. And that's kind of the benefit to me streaming a little bit earlier right now. I mean, usually we don't start until like an hour and a half from now. But, for gaming tips, for instance, it might be, okay, bedtime. Too late to join a PGN Live more often than not. But right now, if it's only like 9 p.m., it's not that bad. But regardless, super cool. Steak 1024 is in the house. Hi, Paul in chat. Hi, Steak. Good to see you here. Thank you. Mitch saying, Paul, have you heard of the MCON controller for phones? MCON controller for phones. Okay. The name eluded me, but I do recognize that device. That's pretty cool. I have a backbone myself. I admittedly haven't used it all that much. I remember buying it, I think before Mortal Kombat 1 came out, and I was testing with the iPhone that I had before this current model and connecting it to the PlayStation 5 and being pretty impressed and pretty pleased overall. But that internet connection and the whole tech, mostly solid, but not everything it probably could have been, should have been. But I haven't tested it in a while. But I do remember like trying to push it to its limits. Well, how far can I take this thing? Because yeah, I could play it in my house, but let me go for a walk around the neighborhood and see if I could be playing Mortal Kombat 1 from PS5 on the phone with Backbone around the block out further in the neighborhood with 5G LTE. And I was getting something, but not quite like a playable good experience. It was okay. But the MCon, that looks pretty good too. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the overall product quality and how does it feel though. J Biggs, Mr. NY for Life says, Good morning. Good morning, J Biggs. Corey Boehm, predictions for 2026. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Nintendo's All Stars 7210 says, Hi, everyone. Hi there. And now I'm caught up, I think. Am I caught up? I think so. So, predictions for 2026. We're going to have ourselves another $1 billion plus generating Mario movie. That's an easy prediction for me right now because after the Super Mario Brothers movie did, I think, $1,346,000,000, I can't see the Super Mario Galaxy movie not being a billion. If it does 3/4 or something like that of it, I think you're still crossing a billion. Sometimes sequels to popular animated films outperform their original, like Frozen 2, for instance, Zootopia 2, both topped their predecessors. That might happen again with the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We've got the same cast returning, with the exception of possibly Seth Rogen not being in it, though he may make a cameo. We'll see. He's just not advertised so far. We don't know if Charles Martinet is going to be in it, reprising his role as Giuseppe or Mario and Luigi's dad, but hopefully he's in it for at least a moment. But the trade-off of like not having Seth Rogen as a big marquee name is Brie Larson as Rosalina and Ben Sadi as Bowser Jr. So it's as big of a cast. The movie was great, the first. You've got hype from Super Mario Brothers Wonder that came out after the 40th anniversary that we're currently in. The Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle. Upcoming Mario Fever tennis game. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Obviously, Yoshi is a character that will pop up in the movie, just hasn't been advertised yet. So I think this has the makings of a movie that could top the original in the box office. I think it could be a $1.4, $1.5 billion film. But we'll see. So that's one prediction for 2026. Game-wise, though, I'd like to see Wolverine set the stage for a more grand X-Men game to come. I don't want to discuss really like the leaks of Insomniac, what they had happen to them a few years ago, but we did see kind of a pipeline of what to expect down the road. So kind of disregarding that, I'd like an X-Men game, and if this Wolverine title isn't limited in scope, I'm not saying, yeah, let me play as a bunch of different X-Men characters. No, I'm just saying don't be afraid to use their names, their likenesses, come up with a model for them. Use some, if necessary, in a memory, or have Logan visit at some point Gambit and the two of them team up for a mission, or have Wolverine begrudgingly call Cyclops and Cyclops answer, or one of the X-Men like Storm, who has a better relationship with Logan, find him and ask him to please come back to the mansion. We need your help on this. And, you know, sorry, Aurora, I've got other things to do. Just like have that kind of world building element to it so that we feel like, oh, the X-Men do exist in this universe and they're not hiding away from that fact. Not that they would hide away that he's an X-Man, I don't think, but just show a little bit, give a little bit. Even if they're non-voicing roles, I think it would still be cool, like in a memory kind of sequence action scene, because I want eventually there to be an X-Men game. So call it a prediction or not. I mean, it's a hope, I guess, is I hope the Wolverine game expands what could be something greater from Insomniac and Marvel to come, laying the foundational pieces there for an eventual X-Men title. Prediction? I mean, I don't know about this as being a prediction or not, but Call of Duty comes to Nintendo Switch 2 at some point this year. That's kind of safe because we've already heard some things, seen some things, supposed leaks here and there coming out. So I don't think that's too far-fetched to be like, yeah, Call of Duty will come over. Zelda. We will get something from The Legend of Zelda that we could buy on Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026. That's pretty vague. That's pretty broad, but that's a prediction, you know. It doesn't mean I'm banking on it being like a guaranteed, oh yeah, I'm feeling it in my bones, it's Ocarina of Time remake. Nor am I saying, oh, I have heard what it is. It's actually a Twilight Princess remastered. No, nothing like that, because that I don't know, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I have to open up a new pop-out chat. I looked over here and I see a whole bunch of conversation has continued after I last read that. Here the chat looked like it just stopped. It looked like the chat just stopped after Kong Donk said to Steak, good to see you again, but I see a whole bunch more people have popped in and have been chatting away. Sorry I didn't read your comments. I was just going off of Corey Boehm's question of predictions for the year. So I'll continue that in a moment with the Zelda talk. In the meantime, let me get back to the chat because a lot more people showed up, like I said, that I wasn't aware of. Jordan Andrews saying, sup chat, sup Paul. Mitch Begel says, Paul, I'm playing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD right now, and it's so hard, man. Such a good game. I mean, stick with it. You'll love it. It'll be rewarding. It is tough. If you could play 2-player co-op, in some cases it'll make it more fun. In some cases it will make it a little bit easier and help. In some cases it might make it a little bit more difficult, you know, due to the nature of the lives and sharing the screen space and such. But it's a wonderful game. Donkey Kong Country Returns and then Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze were amazing titles. It's hard to pick for me what's my favorite Donkey Kong game, because I truly enjoyed Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 back on the SNES. And DK3 quite a bit too. I liked Donkey Kong 64, but not as much as the other 3 before. I enjoyed Jungle Beat. It was quite good. And then I loved Returns, loved Tropical Freeze, and loved Bonanza. Tropical Freeze might have topped DK2. And then Bonanza definitely topped DK64 and Jungle Beat. So I think my top 3 might go boy, I don't know. Tropical Freeze or Bonanza, followed by DK Country 2. That's tough. It's tough. They're so good. Donkey Kong's a really good series. It's kind of like Metroid. You cannot really find a bad Donkey Kong game. You can't find a bad Metroid game. Pokemon Fan 34 is here saying hi. This is an early stream. Yes, it is. Yvonne Francois. Hi, everyone. Hello there. Tall Show is here. Hi, Tall Show. David Patterson. Hello, everyone. Oh, a couple people talking back and forth. Michael Hall is here. Hello, Michael. Good to see you here. Up bright and early? Yes. I am up a little bit earlier than normal, and I will probably be heading out from this stream at like 9:45. So this stream will be up for like another 40 minutes or something like that. Oh. Why did... It probably was an accident, but Pokemon Fan 34, did you accidentally delete some comments? Victin Blast says, hey yo, hey Victin Blast. Mario Tennis Fever next month, yes. You're excited for Romeo? Cool. Coliseum should be good, yeah. Pokemon Coliseum. Hopefully we get that on NSO soon. Still waiting on Path of Radiance as well. That's going to be a good one when it drops on Nintendo Switch 2. Pokemon Fan 34? Okay, I see you saying, Victin, sorry. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, huh. Oh, why is that deleted? Roger Enyart, 2066 with a $2 super chat. Big thank you, Roger, for that awesome start to the stream, kicking us off right. Thank you, Roger. As always, I am grateful. We missed you in yesterday's stream. I know you could always listen to them later, but it's just not the same as being there live. But it was a good Zelda conversation. I think you would have liked it, but maybe we'll talk more today. We'll see how the stream goes. But for now, big thank you, Roger, for that awesome, generous $2 super chat. Stake 1024, Pokemon Gale of Darkness comes to Nintendo Switch 2 NSO. Yeah, that's a good prediction. I think it's gonna, I mean, it has to happen this year, right? They showed it off. It's one of the early ones, kind of, that they showed off. So I think Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness comes to Nintendo Switch 2 online via the NSO app. I think Pokemon Coliseum gets there. A Fire Emblem Path of Radiance gets there. And those are like 3 for sure. I think we get Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 64 this year on the base expansion pack for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 owners. Donkey Kong 64, I think, as well. So I'm going to add those two in my predictions list, I guess. Fire Legend is excited for a new Mario game. Yes, I want a 3D Mario game this year so bad. Pokemon Fan 34 wants a Coliseum or Gale of Darkness to come to NSO this month. Oh. Michael Hall says, still waiting on a 3D Super Mario game announcement and Luigi's Mansion 4 and a new Zelda game. And Michael Hall with a $5 super chat saying, thank you, Michael, by the way, with the new additions for Animal Crossing New Horizons, do you think we will see a new Animal Crossing game announced anytime soon? First of all, like I said, thank you so much, Michael, for that awesome, generous $5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Super cool of you to do. And to answer that question, good question. I mean, it's January when we get the Animal Crossing update. Approximately 5 weeks from now, we're expecting, based off of history, a Nintendo Direct. You could look at it one of two ways. Why would you show off an Animal Crossing game in the Direct that would take away attention from the new Animal Crossing update. Or you could look at it as this Animal Crossing update has brought back a new passion to the community, bringing out more fans, and then saying, hey, build up your excitement again for this IP. And here's a little tease that just letting you know we are working on something else. And that folks with saved data from Animal Crossing New Horizons will experience a benefit in the next title. Without going too much into detail. So it incentivizes people to play this. So I don't know if it's safe to say, yeah, I think they could tease an Animal Crossing. I think it's safer to say, no, we don't get an Animal Crossing sequel next, iteration tease like in the February Direct. But I could see a way that it would work where, despite you having new content via the Splatoon, Zelda, and Lego content, and the just updated performance, increase resolution, etc., on the Nintendo Switch 2, edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons, yeah, there's some kind of carryover to incentivize you to play it because you could bring something over to the next one. And yeah, I could see it happening. So I'm not super confident that's going to appear in the next Nintendo Direct, but it wouldn't entirely surprise me. And I think they could still work. And Nintendo, they're evaluating things constantly, We'll find out soon. I mean, in next week, Thursday, 9 days, the 15th, we're going to have this update. And then probably a month from then will be the Direct. And we'll see if things line up well. Good question, Michael. And regarding your earlier topic, yeah, 3D Mario, I am not against there being a big one this November. It sounds a little bit too good to say. You mean to tell me 3D big Mario game and Ocarina of Time remake in the same fall? Possibly. 2002, don't forget. Now, this was Japan only, but in 2002, second half of the year, they got Super Mario Sunshine, Metroid Prime, and The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker all within a couple of months. For us, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker got bumped to like March of 2023, so it didn't fall in the same calendar year as the other two. But it was still a pretty awesome time. So it's possible that Nintendo busts out Mario and Zelda in the same second half of a calendar year. We'll see. Pokemon Fan 34 said, okay, talking to Steak. Carlton San is here. Paladin is saying good morning. And what is this? Creeper Destinations out of nowhere. First of all, welcome Creeper Destinations to the chat today. Secondly, thank you huge, big time for the awesome $20 super chat that actually puts you right here as the top December super chatter. Creeper Destinations. Giant thank you for the generous contribution. Way cool of you. Creeper Destinations with a 20. I didn't even read the comment yet. That was just such an exciting boom out of nowhere. Dono. Thank you. As for the question, do you think the Steam Machine will shake up the gaming world? I think it's going to be a cool device, but no. Because I'm not convinced that Valve will have the output available to create like 10 million and have them stocked in Best Buys, Walmart's, Targets, and just that mass production level, that output. I'm also not convinced that the price is going to be mass market friendly. And in a RAM increased time and a tariff time, I'm not sure where they're going to be constructed and shipped out, so they may or may not fall victim to the tariff thing, but no doubt they'll have some kind of impact from the RAM thing. And just prices going up in general. It might be too expensive of a console PC hybrid. I think the faceplate thing is going to be cool, you know. It's a very simplistic, minimalistic design. Folks that have an Amazon Fire TV Cube in their entertainment center will probably have no problem with it taking up very little space. The console gamer side, they might get into like the custom side and turn it into a GameCube, you know, or turn it into whatever else. And I'm sure, you know, the official things will be out there for people to buy. But one, I think is going to be not something mass produced that is just occupying a lot of shelf space. Two, I think it's going to be too expensive for the consumer that over here has a $450, $500 Nintendo Switch 2 that they could also take on the go. Over here they have this $500 PS5. And this machine will do well, I think. But look at the Steam Deck. It's sold maybe 4 million tops in the last few years. That's not bad. What makes a Steam machine, or the Steam Deck, I should say, a success is the access to the Steam library. Steam is a big platform digitally, but that digital success hasn't correlated to a physical device because Steam is played on everything, on, you know, PCs and laptops and such. And good question. I don't think it'll shake up the gaming world, but I think it'll be a good alternative for folks. You know? I don't think it'll quite bridge the gap. Like, Nintendo Switch really bridged the gap well, incredibly well. Shook up the industry because it bridged the gap so well of home consoles and portable consoles into one. I don't think this will do for PCs and home consoles what Nintendo Switch did for home consoles and portable consoles, if that makes sense. But I think it'll be fine. You know, I think it'll still be cool. Steak says, Paul, I feel like I'm being reasonable with my expectations for Zelda. Like the 35th anniversary of a Game and Watch had a Game and Watch remaster for 35th. Then there's Pokemon, which I expect less than zero because it's not cards, merch, etc. Hold on. So you're thinking that we'll get something more for 40th after 35th not having a whole lot? Because we got the Game & Watch, Skyward Sword, and the 2 Joy-Con. I mean, 40th is big. 40th is huge. Come on now. They got to do something. Big Tinny Blast. I wonder if we'll see a new Star Fox. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh boy, the hope is big with this one for me. I would love so much to see Star Fox come back this generation. Come back big, strong, bold, ambitious. Give it to me. Gen 10 this year, though. Big Teeny Blast, yeah. The ZA DLC burnt me out, and I don't want to play ZA anytime soon. I haven't even touched the DLC. I didn't buy it. I haven't beaten the base game yet, actually. Banana Cat 42, I hope for a 3D Mario game this year. Me too. I would be really happy if we got Super Mario Galaxy 3. Popular decision or not, part of me just thinks it makes a lot of sense. You've got, last October or so, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Fast forward, in a couple of months, you've got April, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. You follow it up with a DVD release, Blu-ray, digital streaming, boom. June comes around. You have a Nintendo Direct. You announce that Super Mario Galaxy 3 will be coming out that fall. 5 months later, you're seeing this increase in sales of the old Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, more downloads, more Blu-ray purchases of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and then you got the Super Mario Galaxy 3 game come out and just be this blockbuster, amazing title. Merch at the Nintendo stores in New York and San Francisco. Some different visual touch-ups at random Super Nintendo worlds around the world. Like, it could all work well. But whatever kind of 3D Mario, I don't mind. Odyssey 2, something fresh, brand new. I just love 3D Mario so much that, yeah, I'd like another one. Let's see. Victini. My name is based on a mythical Pokemon. Now, I know Victini, yeah. I caught a Victini in... I forgot what game it was that I caught Victini in, but I remember. I know that. I don't know all, like, 1,200 Pokemon names, but I know that one. Dank Meme Center X with that green badge showing off that membership for 4 months. Big thank you, Dank, for being here. I know yesterday you came in at the end, so I'm glad that you made it earlier today. Pokemon Fan 34, I love Lugia. Lugia is cool. I think I was streaming while you were, so I didn't see the notification. Roger, are you still streaming? I have your page up here. This is Roger's stream, by the way. I mean, I was going to copy it, paste it in chat. Boom. Roger Enyart, who's in the chat right now, if you want to check out his page, he streams. Oh, I just see that you streamed a couple of things here. Simon, the Sorcerer Origins, and of course, Mario Kart World. Yeah. We'll leave Roger's page up here for a bit. Yeah, if anybody wants to have some nice community fun gaming time, I just dropped Roger's link in the chat, and here's Roger's page up here. So you can check it out. Victini thinks too early for Animal Crossing. Tamagotchi Life. Tamagotchi Life should do well, and it comes out on both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. 3D Mario prediction from Paladin. It will be called Mario Universe and combine concepts from Odyssey and Galaxy games. So that was my original thought, and I still like it quite a bit, is Super Mario Universe or Super Mario Galaxy 3. Either one kind of works, but it's Mario going in bold directions. I mean, he visits Hyrule. He visits planet Zebes. He is in the Lilat system and DK Island, and he just navigates popping in and out of galaxies across the universe, across the multiverse, and does have light interaction with multiple other Nintendo franchise characters, changing up the gameplay, showing that Mario is the everyman. He is the every hero. He is the glue. He is the mascot of Nintendo. And this game serves some awesomeness in platforming and in multiple varied gameplay styles, but it's also a gateway game to introduce people to Nintendo at larger, you know? Here he is interacting with Marth and Ike, and Roy, and Fire Emblem? Yeah, he is just doing it all, and I could see that being really swell. It's one of the things that I'm kind of expecting in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, actually, also, where when Mario's going through time portals and stuff like that, pops in and out of different things, and yeah, you know, finds himself in an Arwing for a bit, like, what the heck? And I thought this was a toy from a game. No, this is real. Do a barrel roll. Because we saw an Arwing in the Super Mario Brothers movie, for instance, right? So, yeah, like, I think the movie has a chance to be really wild, special, awesome, and the next 3D Mario game also just magnificent. Pokopia comes out next year, yeah. New Leaf came out in 2013. Then we had Welcome Amiibo in 2015. Then the new game in 2020. Yeah. Splatoon Raiders next year or this year. Yeah. I don't think there'll be too long of a gap between Splatoon Raiders and Splatoon 4. I don't know if we'll see two Splatoon games in 1 year, but I don't think it's going to be a big gap. Like I could see Splatoon Raiders coming out this May and then Splatoon 4 dropping a year later. Could two Splatoon titles come out in 1 year? Yeah. I think that might be a little bit crowded. But it's possible, of course. If anything, Splatoon 4 would have the more manpower than a side project in the universe. I mean, Splatoon 4 has got to be in the works. I just don't know, when is that thing coming out? Let's see. All depends on price. Plus 500 could be DOA. Regarding that Steam machine, we'll see. I don't think it's going to cost less than 500. 500 would be nice, but I think it's going to be like an $800 machine. We'll see. With the price of RAM and storage at all-time highs, suspect they haven't released a price yet because it'll be 1,000. It might be 1,000. I mean, it might be like that low PC price of only $1,000. I don't know. Oh, Ash with the 1 gifted membership. Thank you, Ash. I didn't see that till now. Awesome. Thank you so much for that cool dollar dono. Thank you, Ash. Oh, that also brings our members up. Yeah, the membership total did change from yesterday. I checked today. Paul, they didn't use everyone from the Mario Odyssey team on Bonanza, so LOL. Yeah, I think that's some truth right there. DK Bonanza was in development for a long time, but I can't see them being like, yep, starting now, we're going to work on Super Mario's next game, and we'll see you in 6 years, folks. No. We're not going to have a 3D Mario game 6 years from now or 5 years from now. Nintendo's not going to wait that long for 3D Mario. I am happy, though, that Nintendo's going to be opening up that new building in Kyoto across from their existing office for more folks to be working, because they're going to need more talent as you get further into 4K development. You're going to need more employees. Yeah, team sizes are going to get larger. It's going to start getting more expensive to make games, and so on and so forth. We've got 30 people watching. I want to take this time real quick to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for the 25 likes. 30 watching and 25 likes. Those are some good numbers. Ash for the $1. Roger Enyart for the $2. Michael Hall for the $5. Creeper Destinations with the $20. Thank you. And to everybody just being here, I appreciate it. Let's see. Valve has also never really been commercially successful like the big three consoles. True. They discontinued the budget Steam Deck options, so you're not getting a set top box for $400 in the economy. Yeah. If they sell it like the Steam Deck, it will only be available on Steam, so no storefronts. True. Depends on the price. Nintendo Switch 2 outsold the Steam Deck's lifetime sales in its opening weekend. True. Lao Boys, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo is tomorrow, and Persona Anniversary will have good news for Nintendo fans. That's good. Yeah, that demo should be a good thing. Dern Television, by the way, is the recipient of Ash Gaming's gifted membership, so that's cool. Welcome, during television. Steak says, those are my expectations, so anything over that is icing on the cake. Yeah. Juice Music. Yeah, Star Fox could be so huge if done correctly. I mean, I see a world where Star Fox stands as another pillar alongside Nintendo's Mario, Donkey Kong, and Splatoon. Star Fox has so much potential. It could be magnificent. They have talking animals, characters, action, fun, nostalgic lines, lasers, blasting, sci-fi stuff. They could take it on land, have a parallel running TV series or a movie or an anime, have it be a combination of what they did in Starlink, classic Star Fox, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and that's sort of the new direction that you have for Star Fox. Pillowkin. So many are putting down the Steam Deck. It has its user base and charm. It is still just a traditional APU with strong CPU and weak GPU. I mean, I think Steam Deck is cool. I think the Steam Deck is a fine machine. I don't own one, but I have played on one, and it's a solid device. I want a remaster of Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. Janie Harris says, hey, Paul, it's Matthew again, just dropping to say hi. Hi, Matthew. Good to see you here. Ash, if we were to get paid DLC for Mario Kart World, what tracks from Mario Kart Super Circuit would you like to make a return? I'd have to look at the tracks because I don't have a instant memory bank of course or track names, but I could see Mario Kart World DLC coming this year. Something free and something paid, maybe around the 1 year anniversary. January is a slow month. New Intel Mobile is super small. CES predictions. Alexis does Roblox. Hello, PGN. Hello, Alexis does Roblox and Go Animate. Steak talking. Okay, talking amongst each other. Hold on. Something happened here. I need the Proplica Master Sword. Yeah, go check it out. It's on a lot of places sell it, but check it out. Roger, not today, yesterday, with the streaming. Thank you for the shout out. You're welcome. And thank you too, because Roger just sent 10 gifted memberships. Big thank you, Roger, for the 10 gifted memberships. Awesome. That brings us back to over 400. I'm updating this thing live. And Roger. Out of nowhere. Super cool. Big thank you. Who were the recipients? Well, that's fitting. Creeper Destinations, who contributed to the stream earlier, now got gifted a membership. Joycey J69 got one. Steven Peterson, Egomaniac87, Miles the Mac Engineer Level, Yvonne Francois, Jason Blomes, J Views, Charles Trudell, and Alien Threes. Quite a few people that are here or regulars got a membership, and some folks that aren't here or are not necessarily regulars got one. So that's nice to see. Jordan Andrews saying your Bayonetta short was great. Thank you. I'll play it for you all right now.
Today in gaming history.
Wait, that's not it.
January 4th, 2019.
No, that's not the one. This is the one.
Today in gaming history. January 5th, 2010. Bayonetta launched. This doesn't feel right. Hang on one moment. Let me see if the gates of hell is open. Hello? Rodon? Oh, Rodon, heaven and hell can tear each other to pieces for all I care. I'm more concerned with... Oh, what is it? A phone call for me. Do hand it over. Hello, Goal for Bayonetta. Can I ask you for a little favor? Yes, of course, I can deliver that message. Thank you. Today in gaming history, January 5th, 2010, Bayonetta launched for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in order
Oh, man. It's funny because some people are seeing the Bayonetta short for the first time without context that I did something for Bayonetta 2, something else for Bayonetta 3, and I had to do something for Bayonetta. It's just the order in which these shorts came out from when I started doing these gaming history shorts went in that order. Bayonetta 2, 3, 1. So I think if you watch them in chronological order from when the game is released, it still is going to be fun watching this one first, followed by 2 and 3, because just because you watch this doesn't mean you have an idea of what's to come in 2 or 3. And if you did watch these shorts from the beginning, 2 and 3, I don't think you expected this for 1. So thank you. I'm glad you liked it. If y'all don't mind, I just dropped the link in the chat. Like that video, comment on it. It was fun. It was funny. Not every gaming history short is a skit, but this one had to be, you know. New Tomb Raider games, Splatoon 1, 2, 3 remix trilogy. That would be cool. That would be cool. Any predictions on Switch 2 stuff at the Persona anniversary thing this Thursday? I think we'll see some more Persona announced for Nintendo Switch 2. Yes. Could it be as early as this Thursday? Yes, unless Nintendo's like, we're holding that for our own Nintendo Direct. Otherwise, yeah, I think so. Oh, Resident Evil on Nintendo Switch 2, yes. From what we know about it, playtest game, it complements the Switch 2 features like game chat. Could it be a 2026 surprise and good game to have early in the system's life? Are you talking about that Bayonetta or that Splatoon 1 to 3 like remix pack? That could be cool. That could be cool. Victini Blast. I hope Suda 5-1 can bring Romeo as a Dead Man to Switch 2. Man can hope. That might be good. Paul, do you need Persona live action movie? I'd be up for it. Do you think Mario Kart World will receive DLC this year? I think so. I never thought we were going to get it in 2025 with the exception of maybe when Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, or maybe on the Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary itself, like a Bonanza skin applied to the game and or 8-bit Mario and Luigi skins applied to the game respectively for those different events that I was suggesting. Aside from that, I was like, nah, it's too early to have 2025 be new courses and stuff. 2026, on the other hand, fast forward to June, year anniversary mark, that I could see. Possibly a direct next month. Yes, JM Powers 83, happy birthday, by the way. And your comment, I think it is that. Hello, Paul and everybody else. Today is my 43rd birthday. My aunt is at the post office right now mailing my Nintendo Switch 2. I'll have it in 2 days. Heck yeah. Awesome. It's been a while since you've not had it. Was it Thanksgiving? So you're looking at like a month and a half? Man, JM Powers 83. Time to get that Nintendo Switch back. Nintendo Switch 2 back. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have, like I said before, an awesome year up ahead. Let's see. Some comments back and forth amongst you all. The Bayonetta ones need their own special release. Paul need to wear red dress. Paul moonlight as drag queen, and I'm cracking up. OMG classic, love the broad, no wig, Paul, no wig. It's funny, LMAO, I love it. Let's get the likes up. The playtest game that Nintendo invited people to test, which appears to be some sort of MMO, yeah? Tall Show says, Paul picks a dress off the hanger at a store. Paul's wife, that looks beautiful, thank you, honey. Paul stares at his wife, while smiling. Wife, you're getting that from me, right? Oh, that's a good scenario. I read that. I read that and obviously chuckled. I was laughing inside, and that laughter was good. That was good. Fire Legend, haha, nice. Matthew, I gotta go. Peace. See you, Matthew. Have a good one. Thank you. Oh man. Oh jeez. One of your neighbors got you a cake, JM Powers. Awesome. Tall Show. Good. You know what we need? What do we need? We need to celebrate. All right. This goes to everybody. But JM Powers 83, this would be fitting if it went to you because it's your birthday. And just like that, thank you, PGN, for the 5 gifted members. That brings us up to 411. Who were the recipients? Shoutouts, Paul Gale Network, for the 5 gifted memberships. Mobile Stats 1 got one. Waffle Boy Awful Ploy got one. John Castle 5987. Moonbeam 137. Jeff Shadow 7343. JM Powers 83, you did not get one on your birthday, but if I'm not mistaken, you have had a difficult time getting your YouTube channel to allow gifts to be given to you. So I don't think you can, right? I don't think you ever figured that out, I'm guessing. Or it's just luck of the draw and you're not getting it. But, well, thank you for being here. Hopefully the 5 people that got one are happy. Janie Harris, Paul, I just checked my calendar and get this. My birthday is on the 27th of this month, and I saw your birthday is on July 7th. And our birthdays land on a Tuesday. That's cool. So are you of this month, July 27th of this month. Oh, so you're in 21 days. You're in 3 weeks. Oh, yeah, well, you said Tuesday. That's 3 weeks. That's cool. Paladin, Paul Gale Network sounds like a nice guy. You know what? I think he is. JM Powers can't figure it out. I am going to have to leave soon. In a couple of minutes. I did say that it'd probably be like 9:49. But I had to drop that. 5 gifted memberships, you know. I mean, Roger was kind enough to donate 10 earlier. There was something about that 300s that I was like, you know, I don't know about this 300s thing. 400 is better. You know what's also better? We hit 30 likes. We were at 25 or 29. Now we officially did 30. Pokemon Fan 34, he would be nicer if he did the pool jump. You know, Pokemon Fan 34, I brushed the pool this morning outside. I checked the temperature. It's sitting, first of all, it rained too, so it's some cool, fresh water. Ground is wet, grass is wet. Not raining at the moment, but it was. You know what it takes. You want that pool jump in that 49-degree water. 49 to 53. Somewhere in that range. I forgot what I saw. Forgot what it was. You know what it is. It's that ambitious, not likely to happen, $500 super chat. I turned this whole thing around, open up the window, point that camera outside. I walk outside, fully clothed. I shout you out. I'll jump in that pool. I'll clip it, make its own video, and throw that up on YouTube. Why is it so crazy? Because it's a crazy thing to do, Pokemon Fan 34, and no one is going to spend that kind of money, and that's why I'm probably safe. And that's okay too. Would I mind? I mean, no, but it's kind of crazy, so it's probably not going to happen. So I'm probably safe from jumping to the, not ice cold, but jumping into the quite cold pool, fully clothed, and changing up my monitor setup and swinging this whole thing around and open all that stuff up. So Pokemon Fan 34, you mention it. You got you could do it if you really want to. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. I would do it. Uh-oh. Quiet Lion Gaming says, wait until tax season, Paul. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. All right. I'll be waiting. It probably will still be cool. Yeah, it'll still be cold. Sometimes it gets a little bit cooler because, sometimes it gets windy. By March, March is typically a pretty windy month here. Yeah. Still up for the challenge. Cold and wind? Might not be raining, but cold and wind. Yeah. I'll still do it. Jay Biggs, so in other words, Paul doesn't really want to do it. Hey, no, I'll do it. I like to do it, but I just made it a little bit somewhat unreasonable. Somewhat unlikely. Now, if I said, all right, 50, I think it would happen maybe every stream. Shoot, maybe I should. I don't know. Well, don't get me started on possibilities. Oh man. All right, I've got to go soon, like in a minute. But let me read these last few because I don't want to leave anybody hanging. Do you ever keep your amiibo clean? Just curious. Yeah. So they are opened and out, but I have a duster and the whole house gets dusted twice a week. Oh. Little like Swiffer kind of duster, go over video game statues, entertainment center, amiibo, Lego pieces, video game consoles, furniture in general, lamps, like all that kind of stuff. Twice a week, whole house gets dusted. Just once every 3-4 days, something like that. Oh, not as frequently, but every month I'll do like a take all of the amiibo off the shelves. This is a little bit of a bigger process, so this is like once a month I think I do this, just about. Take all of the amiibo off the shelves, dust them all individually down in between the crevices, dust the shelves down underneath, because even if you dust the shelves with amiibo, you still get little rings and pockets and stuff like that, and then put them all back, and then like, that's also nice to do. It won't be special if it was only 50. True, Joycey. I'm sure if it involves fire, it would not be so crazy. Yeah. Love the cold. It's 75 degrees as I'm typing this. Nice. That's crisp. That's good. I think it's 56 outside here. That's what that says. Have a great day. Today in gaming history, April 15th, 2026, Paul Gale Network jumps into freezing pool in North America. That's right, Quiet Lion Gaming. I like the sound of that. All right, everybody. I've got to go. We didn't quite hit Nintendo 64 minutes in the stream, but I did say, I got to leave at like 9:49. Now I'm a couple minutes behind schedule, but since this was a little bit of a shorter stream than normal and also a little bit earlier, well, on the shorter side of things, it meant a little bit less fun because we didn't get to talk for as long. But on the earlier side, we've got some new people here, including folks from India and some folks that I don't get to see all the time. So that was also a plus. Come do my 4 shelves of amiibo. They are super dusty. You know, Roger, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind cleaning. I haven't done it, but I was real. So when it rains, I wash my car in the rain, and one of my neighbors like, "Hey Paul, would you mind washing my car while you're at it?" I'm like, "Honestly, no, not at all. Do you want me to come over there?" I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding." I'm like, "Hey, I really will if you don't mind." I go out in the rain with my jacket on. I get soap on my brush, and I scrub the cars in the rain. I don't have to deal with any cleaning later on or any drying. There's no speckles from the water dissipating on its own when it's, not water from a hose. And it's beautiful. So yeah, I'd clean those. I'd dust those shelves. No problem. Thank y'all. Kong Donkey, welcome.
Today in gaming history, January 4th, 2019, Fitness Boxing launched for the Nintendo Switch in North America. Today in gaming history...
I accidentally scrolled, but I let it play anyways. I'll send you some Swiffer Duster Claws. Oh, to Roger. Okay. Bye, everybody. Talk to you later. Maybe I'll be back for a second stream today. I don't know. But I will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, and I will be back Thursday for our big one. Thursday's going to be a big one because we're going to have 2 weeks of Famitsu data to uncover. I don't know if we'll get it in this is what happened on week 1 and week 2, or we'll just be like, this is the 2 weeks, and we'll have to be like, you could kind of like give 65% or 64% of it to like the week 1, and then maybe the other bit to week 2 or something. But yeah.